Saturday, September 20th, 2025, AGNDD intelliReport topic. Robert Redford, please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated Wikipedia-sourced video article. Discover the fascinating early life and burgeoning career of legendary actor Robert Redford, from humble beginnings to Broadway stardom. Charles Robert Redford Jr. was born on August 18, 1936 in Santa Monica, California, to Martha and Charles Redford Sr., of Irish, Scottish, and English ancestry. He grew up in Van Nuys, often visiting Austin, Texas, which sparked his environmentalism. A bad student at Van Nuys High School, he excelled in art and sports, surviving mild polio at 11. After graduating in 1954, he attended the University of Colorado, but was expelled due to heavy drinking. He traveled Europe, studied painting at Pratt Institute, and acting at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, class of 1959. Robert Redford's acting career started in New York with Broadway roles in Tall Story, 1959, The Highest Tree, 1959, Sunday in New York, 1961, and Barefoot in the Park, 1963. He guest starred on TV shows like Naked City, Maverick, The Untouchables, and The Twilight Zone. His film debut was an uncredited role in Tall Story, 1960. Early films included War Hunt, 1962, Situation Hopeless but Not Serious Inside Daisy Clover, 1965, Golden Globe winner, This Property is Condemned, 1966, and The Chase, 1966, with Jane Fonda and Marlon Brando. He earned an Emmy nod for the voice of Charlie Pont, 1962. Robert Redford starred with Jane Fonda in films like Barefoot in the Park, 1967, The Electric Horseman, 1979, and Our Souls at Night, 2017. Avoiding stereotypes, he broke through in Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, 1969, with Paul Newman winning a BAFTA. Early producing on Downhill Racer, 1969, led to hits like The Candidate, 1972. From 1973 to 1976, successes included Jeremiah Johnson, The Way We Were, The Sting, Oscar nom, The Great Gatsby, The Great Waldo Pepper, 3 Days of the Condor, and All the President's Men. He was Hollywood's top box office star 1974 to 1976 and published The Outlaw Trail, 1976. Robert Redford debuted as director with Ordinary People, 1980, winning Oscars for Best Picture and Director. He starred in Brubaker, 1980, The Natural, 1984, and the hit Out of Africa, 1985. Legal Eagles, 1986, was modestly successful. He directed Milagro Beanfield War, 1988, A River Runs Through It, 1992, and Quiz Show, 1994. Acting highlights include Indecent Proposal, 1993, Up Close and Personal, 1996, and The Horse Whisperer, 1998, which he directed. Political films like Havana, 1990, and Sneakers, 1992, marked his 1990s to 2000s stardom. Robert Redford directed Matt Damon and Will Smith in The Legend of Bagger Vance, 2000, starred in The Last Castle and Spy Game, 2001, with Brad Pitt, and narrated Sacred Planet, 2004. He acted in The Clearing, 2004, and produced The Motorcycle Diaries, 2004. In An Unfinished Life, 2005, he played a rancher. He directed and starred in Lions for Lambs, 2007, with Meryl Streep and Tom Cruise, which received mixed reviews. He directed The Conspirator, 2010, appeared in documentary Buck, 2011, and directed Star. In the 2010 Robert Redford starred in acclaimed films like All Is Lost, 2013, earning awards for his solo performance as a man lost at sea. He played villain Alexander Pierce in Captain America, The Winter Soldier, 2014, and reprised it in Avengers Endgame, 2019. Other roles included A Walk in the Woods, 2015, Truth as Dan Rather, 2015, Pete's Dragon, 2016, The Discovery and Our Souls at Night, 2017, with Jane Fonda and The Old Man and the Gun, 2018, for which he received a Golden Globe nod. He announced retirement in 2018 but later regretted it and cameoed in Dark Winds. Robert Redford has earned numerous accolades, including the 1980 Oscar for Best Director for Ordinary People, a 2002 Academy Honorary Award, and the 2017 Venice Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016, Kennedy Center Honors in 2005, and National Medal of Arts in 1996. Other honors include France's Légion d'honneur, 2010, Audubon Medal, 1989, and Time's 100 Most Influential People, 2014. Redford holds honorary degrees from universities like Colorado, Brown, and Colby, plus awards like the Gish Prize, 2008, and New Mexico Governor's Award, 2010. Using earnings from films like Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, Robert Redford bought and renamed the Timp Haven ski area in Utah's Wasatch Mountains to Sundance in the 1960s. Influenced by his role in films like Jeremiah Johnson, shot nearby, he established the Sundance Film Festival, the largest for independent cinema. It evolved from the Utah U.S. Festival, hosting 125 films from 34 countries with 50,000 attendees in 2008. Redford also founded the Sundance Institute, Cinemas, Catalog, and Channel in Park City, plus owned the now-closed Zoom restaurant. Robert Redford co-owned Wildwood Enterprises with Bill Holderman, producing films like Lions for Lambs, Quiz Show, A River Runs Through It, Ordinary People, The Horse Whisperer, The Legend of Bagger Vance, Slums of Beverly Hills, The Motorcycle Diaries, and The Conspirator. He was president and co-founder of Sundance Productions with Laura McCalkishan, creating works such as Chicagoland, CNN, Cathedrals of Culture, The March, PBS, Emmy-nominated All the President's Men Revisited, Discovery, Green Porno Live, and To Russia with Love, Epics. In 1981, Redford founded the nonprofit Sundance Institute in Park City, Utah, supporting independent filmmakers through workshops and its renowned festival. In 1995, he partnered with Showtime to launch the Sundance Channel, which debuted in 1996 for independent films. Trimmed summary, 98 words. Robert Redford co-owned Wildwood Enterprises with Bill Holderman, producing films including Lions for Lambs, Quiz Show, and The Motorcycle Diaries. As president and co-founder of Sundance Productions with Laura McCalkishan, he oversaw projects like Chicagoland, CNN, and Emmy-nominated All the President's Men Revisited. He founded the Sundance Institute in 1981 to support independent filmmakers via workshops and festivals. In 1995, Redford launched the Sundance Channel with Showtime, premiering in 1996 to air indie films. Robert Redford married Lola Van Wagenen in 1958. They had 4 children. Scott died of SIDS at 2.5 months. Shauna, painter, wed to journalist Eric Schlosser. James, writer-producer, died 2020. And Amy, actress/director/producer. They had 7 grandchildren. The couple separated in the 1980s, with divorce finalized later. In 2009, Redford wed longtime partner Sybil Sagers in Germany. They lived together since 1996 in Sundance, Utah. A 2011 biography detailed his life. He owned homes in Utah, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Tiburon, California. Sold 2024. Robert Redford championed environmentalism, Native American rights, LGBT rights, and the arts. He produced the documentary Incident at Oglala on activist Leonard Peltier and supported advocacy groups. Politically, he backed Republicans like Brent Morris and Gary Herbert, endorsed Obama in 2012, and later criticized Trump as a monarchy in disguise, lacking a moral compass, while supporting Biden in 2020. As a Natural Resources Defense Council trustee, he opposed the Keystone Pipeline and led anti-pipeline protests. At Pitzer College, he facilitated fossil fuel divestment and launched the Robert Redford Conservancy for Sustainability. Robert Redford passed away on September 16, 2025, at age 89 in his Sundance, Utah home. Tributes poured in from co-stars like Jane Fonda, who praised his character, Meryl Streep calling him a lion, Barbra Streisand highlighting his charisma, and Dustin Hoffman recalling their collaboration. Journalist Bob Woodward also honored him. Politicians including Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Al Gore commented, as did filmmakers Martin Scorsese and Ron Howard. Redford will be interred on his Sundance property after a private funeral. Robert Redford was hailed as a 1970s sex symbol for his all-American looks, though he dismissed the label as a handicap. Posthumous tributes from BBC, AP, Variety, The Guardian, and others celebrated him as a giant of American cinema, Hollywood's golden boy, and Sundance founder boosting independent film. His movies tackled corruption and grief with cultural weight. An environmental activist, he was called a foremost conservationist by Obama, supporting eco-friendly causes through his foundation. In this 2002 Harvard Business Review interview, Robert Redford discusses disrupting Hollywood through the Sundance Institute and Film Festival. He highlights fostering independent filmmakers, challenging commercial norms, and promoting diverse storytelling. Redford emphasizes innovation, risk-taking, and passion as keys to transforming entrenched industries, drawing parallels to business leadership. He advocates for authenticity over profit-driven conformity, inspiring change by empowering underrepresented voices. From humble beginnings to rising stardom, Robert Redford's early journey laid the foundation for his legendary Hollywood legacy.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads, and make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.